All right, happy Saturday. Welcome to an unscheduled surprise stream. I love surprises, don't you? Anyway, welcome. We'll get started here in a few moments. Let's go ahead and play some of the music from the YouTube audio library. This was unscheduled. I don't know how many people will be here watching. That's okay. I have some time between doing chores and having dinner in about an hour or so. So I had some time. This is by request to take a look at the latest Ubuntu Mate 19.04 Disco Dingo by request. I had some chance to download this last night. Been testing it since last night and this morning, about 3 hours of installing and testing. I've done the work for you guys. You're welcome. I can recommend it. It is still a beta. I haven't noticed any bugs in my test. But that being said, it is a beta. I'm sure there'll be some bugs. It may crash. I recommend installing this on a separate machine, a separate hard drive. As always, I recommend ThinkPads. Refurbished ThinkPads. Check the links below in the show notes. ThinkPads are awesome for both Linux and Windows. Hope everyone had a good week. All right. I'm running this in Google Hangouts. The screen sharing function should work in Chrome. I don't recall ever having an issue except that one time I ran Ubuntu, the previous Ubuntu, or the previous test with Ubuntu, where it crashed, but hopefully this will not, and I'm not running this off the Wi-Fi, so hopefully that'll be a little bit more stable, as it were. Alright, let's go ahead and screen share. We'll jump right into this. Alright, this should be working now. There we go. Very good. Let's do that. And oh, hi Richard, how are you? Welcome. You're not a fan of Ubuntu Mate, I'm a fan of you. Well, thank you, Richard. Very kind of you. It's been a while since I've had you on a live stream, has it? Yeah. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, this is by request to take a look at this 19.04 Disco Dingo, as it's called. Hello, Gnostic. Welcome. Very good. Before I begin, thank you for all of your contributions to the channel. It does help a lot. If you look to the right of the screen here, you see this is the Ubuntu 19.04 Disco Dingo 64-bit. Looks like it's running the latest kernel, 5.0. My hardware, modest machine. This is lasted me a good 6 years. Only 6 gigs of RAM, AMD A6 processor, integrated graphics. This is comparable to maybe a Core i3. It does the job. It's definitely slow, but it does the job. It's been stable for both Linux and Windows. Something like this would be fine for a 720p video. Anything higher, it'll do it, but it's like, yeah, those 4 squirrels are going to be, you know, chugging away. So, but just to show you that Ubuntu Mate is great for a lightweight Linux distro, or if you have a faster machine. Let's see. GB2 says great news. Hang on, somebody just sent me a picture on my phone. Oh my goodness, she's cute. Let's move on. Okay. You recently made a change in Plasma that makes the remove panel and lock widgets button more discoverable. That was one of your complaints. Okay, awesome, GP2. Are you a developer or just something that you did on your own? Yeah, you remembered one of my complaints. Thank you. Yeah, I had to do like 4 steps to make a change to the panel or something. I mean, really, come on, man. Man, come on. It's 2019. Anyway, yes, I've heard of DT's new toy. He gave us a hint last week about a Threadripper. I caught the video briefly. He definitely has the right machine to do all this. I don't, but that's okay. I still love you guys. So, hi Heather, how are you? KD Neon or Nikon or Nikon. Hi Swordfish, welcome. Again, if we have anybody new watching, please do stop by and say hello. This still remains a newbies channel for Linux and Windows. I don't have a Mac. Of course, Mac users are welcome also. Maybe you can teach me something, all right? Once again, the music is from the YouTube audio library. Hello, Linux programmer. Lamer Linux. What's up, man? We'll give this a few more minutes as more people stop in the stream. Again, thank you for stopping by. I'm good, Heather. Very good. Gorgeous day today. In the 60s. Lamer just got done installing Arch. Oh, since last week? Hey, that's a new record for you. But a bump bump. How are you? Let's see. Let's see if we can do a test. Let's install the weather app. It should work. Usually does in Mate. The best weather app, in my opinion, for any Linux, because it just freaking works. It's easy to use. Simple. Alright, let's go to Preferences. Location. Let's add Pittsburgh. International Airport. Voila. Voila. How about that? Simple weather app. No configuration, no terminal commands, no searching the web to solve a puzzle. This is the weather app standard for Linux. It just works. Look at that, easy to read. Hello, Ben. Anyway, the weather app works in latest Ubuntu 19.04. Alright, well, let's get started. Again, if you're stopping by, we're testing the Ubuntu Mate 19.04 Disco Dingo. No disco music. Sorry about that, but you're still welcome to join us. I installed this last night, played with it last night, this morning, total of, I don't know, 3 hours. Installed some apps, didn't see any bugs, crashes. It is still a beta. So do not install this on your everyday machine, and I'm sure something will break before it's been finalized. This is on a, I usually test Linux on separate machines. Refurbished ThinkPads, still the best. You guys know that. Don't spend more than 200 bucks. 4 gigs of RAM, you should be good to go. So as you see from the Ubuntu Mate blog from Martin Wimpress. Hello Martin, how are you? Need to get you back on the show. It's been a few years. Man, it has, hasn't it? Alright, so the beta will be released soon. It says here, Ubuntu Mate 19.04 is a modest upgrade over previous releases. If you want fixes and improved hardware support, then this is for you. Alright, so what works? Briefly, if you're happy with your Ubuntu Mate LTS, in my brief test, there was no need to upgrade. Keep it. If you're running the previous version, which is 18.10, which will expire in a couple months, then you'll need to upgrade to this. But if you're running the Ubuntu Mate LTS, I see no reason to upgrade unless you're having issues. So Ubuntu Mate beta or any beta is not recommended for regular users who are not aware of pre-release issues, such as newbies, beginners, anyone who needs a stable system. This may become unstable, hopefully not. Anyone uncomfortable running a possibly frequently broken system, anyone in a production environment with data or workflows that need to be reliable. That being said, you install this in a separate machine or with a separate hard drive, separate from Windows or whatever you need, and you're fine. That's what I'm doing. This is on a separate hard drive. It is recommended for regular users who want to help testing, finding, reporting bugs, and to see what's new. There really isn't any groundbreaking new stuff here. It's not meant to be. It's just an incremental upgrade from the previous version. That's how these releases work. I believe this is supported for 9 months. All right, so what's changed since 1810? The Mate desktop version 1.22 has been released. However, for this one, it says here that they're not shipping it, at least not yet, because I guess Martin believes 1.2 right now is stable enough. 1.22 Mate may be coming, I'm sure, but for now it says they are playing it safe, as well they should. And they will, it says here, they'll land Mate 1.22 early in the Ubuntu 1910 development cycle. I'm guessing maybe a month or two after this drops, which is April. They have a date here? Anyway, it's this month. Yeah, so you can download it if you choose to. Again, this is not designed for everyday use. There are some known issues. Of course, the feedback, and the previous version is, of course, 1810. This will stop being supported, I believe, in June, if I am not mistaken. So if you're into testing and have a separate machine, absolutely download this. This is still, Ubuntu Mate in general is still my Linux gold standard for beginners. It just plain works. All right. On a side note, don't forget to join me on MeWe. If you're not too happy with Facebook, you can join me on MeWe. It's free. Just search Total OS today. So this is the default desktop here. Obviously, I'm running this in chat. I downloaded Chromium. I installed a couple of Snap apps. Simple Screen Recorder, OBS. Again, these are the specs here. What you see to the right, rather modest machine. That's why I like Ubuntu Mate for older machines, not too, not too much horsepower, as it were. It runs great. Of course, if you have a newer machine, this thing will scream. All right, so you've seen this before if you run Ubuntu Mate. A nice welcome screen. This type of screen should be standard in all Linux distros, in my opinion. Introduction, features, getting started, and so on. I do like what he calls the software boutique. Again, this is great for beginners. Simple, nice looking, plain. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Take a look at this. I think this needs to be updated. That's why it's not showing anything yet. But that's okay. Let's get out of this and let's move on. I prefer the Synaptic Package Manager when installing software. Again, I'm not, this is not really something for newbies. It's not that difficult to learn, but I prefer this. Once you get used to Linux, say, I don't know, 3-4 months down the line, and you're comfortable with running Ubuntu base, definitely take a look at the Synaptic Package Manager. I installed Audacious and I installed Audacity. Just see if it works, and it does. All right, the control center. I guess if you were doing Windows, something similar to to what you would use in Windows. Your settings here, some of your settings here, and everything. A search tab to the left. Again, nothing has really changed here. So again, this is pretty basic. I do like the default use of colors, white space, fonts. Again, I'm not really that big into flash and jazzy looking desktop. As long as it looks clean and easy to use and it's stable. Number one, it has to be stable, obviously. And I'm cool with that. I'm digging this music. Of course, right click as you could before. Nothing unusual in terms of wallpaper. Theme, you got some choices. Background fonts. Again, nothing unusual here. Gnostic says Synaptic is the way to go for newbies. Not for noobs, no. Maybe after that person passes from noobs to beginner stage, maybe. But for a complete newbie who says, what's Linux? Yeah, I don't think we're going to show that yet, Gnostic. Hi, Peabody. So, I don't think we want to go there, yeah. The system monitor running all this looks like less than 2 gigs. Sounds about right. CPU usage fairly low, so yeah, it's working the way it should. There's nothing unusual here. I installed the Audacious music player. Looks good, sounds good, no problems here. Alright, of course we are sharing here. The Mate tweak tool. Didn't really see any major changes here. I customized this top panel. Normally when you install this, there's a panel at the top and at the bottom. There's 2 panels. I customized it, labeled it TOS. You have Contemporary, Cupertino, Familiar, Mutiny. You have a bunch of choices here. Usually in a beta, one or two of these may crash. Shall we be adventurous and try this? Let's try Mutiny. And hopefully we won't crash. If this crashes, I'll catch you guys next time. So here we go. Mutiny. Alright. And there you go. I think we are still here. Are we? Yeah. Okay. Alright. The Mutiny desktop works. Hello, Joe. Lamer, you dislike Mate, then you are dismissed. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome. Hello, Joey. What's up? Welcome to the surprise stream. Lamer says, make more content. I'm trying, man. Captain, I'm giving you all I've got, but I cannot do it alone. Yeah, I would love to do this, make more content, STX, but spread the word, man. We need to get more, more community supporters for the channel. Maybe one day I can say we can do this full time and we can rock with Mate or Ubuntu or whatever. Anyway, yeah, so we took a shot here in beta for the panel changer. At least the Mutiny works. Let's go back to the TOS layout. And are we here? Yes, we are here. Okay, very good. All right, well, there you go. Like I said, not really anything out of the ordinary as far as the latest Ubuntu Mate 19.04. I suppose the biggest change when it's available would be the latest Mate desktop release for this for 1.22 sometime in the future. This is still running the previous version, but Martin is interested in stability versus latest software, and so am I. So that's why I'm here. So Joe says, not much, just got home a little while ago. Glad to see you're on. Yeah, and it's I had some time, Joe. Yeah, it's I got about an hour or so before I have dinner with my boy. Last night I stayed home. It was a long. That was up since like 2:30 in the morning. So I stayed home. I got on online or on the web last night and downloaded this and testing it since last night. This morning, about 3 hours worth of testing for you guys if you wanted to check it out. To me, it's stable. I haven't tested everything. I haven't tested like the webcam app or screen recording yet. But definitely, I think this is going to rock, Joe. This is still a Linux gold standard for beginners. Ubuntu Mate, it just works. As you can see my specs here, it's great for an older machine, from the Stone Ages. It's lightweight, it's fast. And if you install an SSD, it's going to be even faster. So Ubuntu Mate 19.04 beta. If you have a separate machine, recommend it to test. If you don't have a separate machine, wait until the final release, a couple of weeks from now. 19.04 Disco Dingo. Thank you, Martin Wimpress. What looks to be another solid release from 1810. Again, if you're running 1810, the previous version of this, that is going to be supported until, June? And then no more support. So you'll have to do something. You'll have to upgrade to this if you want to keep using Ubuntu Mate. If you have an LTS, you're in good shape. So check out the latest Ubuntu Mate 19.04. Anyway, all right, I'll stay on for a few more minutes. If we have any new people here in the chat or any questions, I'll stay on for a little bit longer, then I'll call it a day. Look for another weekly news nonsense with our good friend Stephanie. I emailed her today, no reply, but I'll email her in the morning. Hopefully we can get on and do a news nonsense. Tomorrow's going to be, if we do it, 100 episodes of news nonsense, at least 100 episodes. So maybe I'll have a surprise for you guys and have her do a few more songs for you guys. Do you have any requests for songs? Speaking of songs for Stephanie, I'll pass it along. I'll make a beast. What's up, man? Sammy, hello. Joe says those have been great with you and her. Yeah, Joe, we just got lucky. Sunday mornings for me are great. Sunday mornings, well, it's not Sunday morning for her. She's in Germany, but her time on Sunday, 6 hours ahead for me is perfect for her. And I thought, I don't like doing news nonsense alone. You want to come on? She says, sure. But yeah, she's a great gal. Check out our friend Stephanie. Here, I'll put the link in the chat here. Check out her songs. StephanieForian.com. You can download some of the songs for free. You can listen to all the songs for free. If you like a song or two or a CD, then buy it and tell her I sent you. Yes, I found my thrill on News Nonsense Hill. Yeah, those are fun to do with her. She's been a good sport, joining in and being my sidekick for the news nonsense shows. That last week one on Australian court, some dude went to court to sue his boss for fart bullying. That was outrageous. Leave it to the Aussies, right, Joe? Oh man. Hey boss, what? You're a real pain. Oh yeah. Anyway, again, if we have any newbies out there, new people who may have been shy, no need to be shy. We're all friends here. Say hello. I insist. Once again, music is from the YouTube audio library. Looks like I got a voicemail for one of my cousins. I'll have to call him back here in a few minutes or so. So let's make this a 5-minute warning, and I need to make a phone call. I left a voicemail, so. Mint Sonia, that's what you have? STS Tech? Hello, Hello, Robert Fitzpatrick. Yes, Rip Van Stinkle. Hardy hard heart. Yes. Well, I can tell you that Ubuntu Mate does not stink. It rocks. You know what? Doing this hangout for what, 30 minutes plus? Almost 30 minutes? Stable for a beta. There you go. There you go. Don't forget to check me out on MeWe, Facebook alternative. Matt got his AMD PC going. Was he having issues? I know he got everything working with Ubuntu. Did he have other issues going? Haven't spoken to him in a while. He was having issues with Ubuntu also. My goodness, he has. See, look, here we go again. This is why we need a national freaking Linux stable desktop for the masses with a quality level standard to avoid these kind of issues. But we don't. So we just chug along, complaining, praising. Yeah, I feel bad he was having issues with the boot. How did he fix it, Ben? He said he had an AMD. Yeah, Ubuntu is nice, Bradley. Definitely nice looking, yeah. Ah, Omega, you like the Plasma desktop for customization. Okay, alright. ThinkPads are the bomb. Pre-Lenovo ThinkPads? I think they're all fine to me. It was 18.4.2 non-stable release. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mate is simple. It's not meant to be flashy. It's not meant to be, you know, somewhat convoluted like Plasma. It's not as pretty as Plasma, but who cares? This thing just works. It's pretty enough. To me, stability is very pretty. Very nice. Very chic. Because there's less headaches. Look, use what works, right? That's what I always say. So... perhaps more modern distros would do much better because they have a new kernel. That's possible. It is possible, yes. Yeah, a lot of nice. You have what, 7 options in the tweak tool for the layouts, right? Actually 9 if I include mine. Anyway. Alright, last call for comments. I do need to make that phone call, see what's up, but then have dinner here around 5 o'clock. Again, thank you everybody for stopping by. Like I said, I had some time today before I go out to dinner to jump on, and this is by request to take a look at Ubuntu 19.04 Mate. Thank you for their requests. I've gotten other requests too. I may be able to get to them. I don't. Again, keep in mind I do not do this full time, so... Thank you, Bradley. And again, thank you everybody for your support over the years. Somebody sent me a really nice contribution for my birthday. I mean, a really nice contribution. I know that person wants to be anonymous. To that person, thank you. I was not expecting that kind of money. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. Overall, other than the occasional annoying freeze, early like mid 1901, and I'm on the 5.05 kernel. Okay, very good. Yeah, kernel, sometimes you could have regression problem. This is, in Mate, it's 5.0, okay, 008 generic, okay. But, yeah. Okay, before I go, are there any song requests for Stephanie if I chat with her tomorrow? Let me know before I wrap this up. If you don't have any requests, that's okay, and I'll get on my way. Sunshine Samba. How far away from a goal are you to get your new PC? Well, for a new PC, Joe, I don't think that's gonna happen. Refurbished PC or a new refurbished PC. I'm about maybe, at least with the specs that I want, I'm about a quarter of the way there. So not quite there yet. So I'm gonna keep rocking with this as much as I can. So know your hardware, dude. STS Tech peeps. A lot of peeps do not pay attention to the part of the total OS. Okay. I will not be on tonight, Omega Beast. No. Tomorrow I'll be probably a private Skype with Stephanie as part of the news nonsense. I may post that, or maybe on tomorrow evening, not too late. So maybe tomorrow night, or maybe tomorrow afternoon. I don't have any plans tomorrow, do I? Besides in the morning. I don't know, Omega. Just check. Keep the notification bell on for tomorrow. It's newer, so I believe it's better with something like Fedora, OpenSUSE, Solus. Okay. Yes, every distro has some kind of quirk. What kind of specs? At least the Core i7, Joe. I was looking at a Core i5, but that's not very good for high definition video editing. So it has to be at least a Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM, something like that. Yeah, something that's going to be above my upgrade here. This AMD A6, it's stable, but this is closer to an i3, which is, yeah, once you go above 720p video, it just drags. So Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM. Don't know about the graphics card. You know, to me it doesn't matter, AMD or NVIDIA, as long as it works. So AMD E2 711 APU, 8 gig DDR RAM, 256 Crucial NAND SSD. Okay. Ring my bell. You can ring my bell. Some of you might remember that song. Anyway. Anyway. Huge clock speed will make or break performance. Well, if there is one thing in life where you really do want to go speeding, that's on YouTube, not on the highway. Yes, if there's one thing in life where speed is good, it's definitely doing YouTube. Absolutely. AMD, could a G2400 work with built-in graphic? You could always get a GPU. I don't know. I'd have to look at the rest of the machine, Joe. Yeah. I think with AMD, what's the highest one? The Threadripper, Ryzen 7. With Intel, you're looking at a processor with what's it called? Threading, hyper-threading, to speed up the rendering process. So Something like, yeah, I mean, to me, it really doesn't matter, Joe, if it's AMD or Intel. I'm just looking for much more speed than what I have now, just to cut down the rendering time. Um, Lightweight Vega graphics, okay. I'm looking for something that'll, like, if I'm editing a 1080p video that's 30 minutes, I would like for it to finish it in 15 minutes versus say an hour and a half, which what it takes now. So I want to take what I have, Joe, that video in Kata Live, and say it's a half hour or 30 minutes, 20 minutes. I want the rendering time to be cut in half. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. So, all right. Listen, I really do need to go. I need to call back my cousin, see what he called me twice. I guess something's up. I need to go. I'll get in touch with you later, guys. Maybe tomorrow. If I have time, I'll post something and chat with you. But for now, I do need to go. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Thank you for all your support. And yeah, check out the latest Ubuntu Mate 19.04. It is still a beta. Keep that in mind. So if you have a separate machine, absolutely install it. Check it out. I think you will like it. All right, that's all I have for this one. On that note, I'll say arrivederci.